I'm going to give some advice here. If you're ever in an accident, regardless how minor, if you think it's going to go through insurance, or you're going to put it through insurance, call the cops. Monday, I went down to a Tractor Supply to get, I needed oxygen for my acetylene torch, and this is the only Tractor Supply in my area that I can get it. And I was going to come up here on camera or not. I end up with this down the side of the truck. Right down, all that up there, crossed into this here. How well that comes up. Now that there is previous damage. Lens is scratched, I backed into something, hit here. But that, what happened was, there's 4 lanes of traffic. There's 2 going one way, 2 going the other way, with a turning lane in between. And there's this, we were stopped at a stoplight, and there was this girl 2 cars ahead of me. When we proceeded through the stoplight, she proceeded to pull over in what I think she thought was the turning lane to make a left turn. She was slowing down almost to a stop because cars coming the other way. I had proceeded past her, going down to the designated turning area to turn left into the Tractor Supply. And I no cars were coming the other way when I got there. I proceeded to turn in there, no more turn the wheel, and I hit her. Her bumper started there, down the side. This is her front bumper on her right side of her car. That's from her mirror all the way down, and like I say, her mirror came around because I'm completing the turn. I'm pulling more into her, and the mirror pushed that in. She followed me into the Tractor Supply. I got out. I looked at my truck. I walked over to her, asked her if she's all right. She's all apologetic, handed me her insurance card before she even got out of the vehicle. Now, to me, that's admitting guilt. So I took a picture of her insurance card, and we debated about calling the cops. Well, I could see on the insurance card it wasn't her name, it was her parents' name. I knew she was a younger girl. I was assuming she was in college. But nobody got hurt. It's just minor scratches. Fairly minor, but I mean, it's just cosmetic damage. No vehicles needed towed. 9 times out of 10, the cops ain't going to come out. So we figured, all right, we don't need the cops. So we finished exchanging information. I went to the Tractor Supply, got my tank of oxygen. She drove off. Now, where she was pulling over to turn left was actually the left turn lane for the oncoming traffic to turn into the Walmart. So she was pulling into an area that was not a turn lane, and if she was turning into the Tractor Supply, the driveway she was trying to go in was an exit only. It's a wide driveway to go left and go right, and it has a do not enter sign right in the center on an island. And I think that's what she saw and proceeded down. She ended up in my blind spot. And in between the 2 driveways, how the yellow lines loop around for the turning lanes, you have that opening, and they have yellow slanted lines in between there. So for her to be on my left side, she either had to be in that yellow lined marked area. When I made where we hit, I was actually starting to cross traffic, so she was either in the oncoming traffic lane. She followed me down across some yellow lines, and where she was trying to turn was no turning or left turn for the oncoming traffic. So no matter what, she had no business being on the left side of my vehicle after I passed her. Well, before I left the Walmart, I actually called her insurance company and started the claim. Told them, I gave them more details. I mean, I'm kind of trying to abbreviate this, but told them word for word from the stoplight down, turning in, the exchange we had. All right, and then they got to get her version. I come home, they sent me a link to do a photo claim. You know, you take pictures of your vehicle and email it to them, they can send you the estimate. Well, I get the estimate back the next day. They didn't have the step board on there. They had nothing about this dent being pulled out. I guess they're claiming this was previous damage from that. But so all they're covering is from that door to the wheel well. Basically repaint. $1,078. They have that for $61 because they're going to have to heat and take that off to repaint the door. $61 to replace that. Then they have $75 for that. I don't know why they have that in there if they're not covering past the wheel well, because they're not going to paint this. There's no reason to be charging that. But anyway, like I said, it's just a preliminary estimate. Somebody'd have to inspect and whatever. Well, their adjuster calls me yesterday saying they're denying my claim. I come to find out this girl is 16. And they're saying I hit her. So they got to take her side and they're denying my claim. So I got to go through my insurance. So they forwarded all the information to my insurance. They called me today. I went through the whole same damn thing, told them word for word the same thing. I told their adjuster what happened. And of course, they got to get her side of it. They called her and they called me back. They're saying the same thing. It's a he said, she said. She said she was stopped to make a left-hand turn and I sideswiped her. And that's all they said. I tried to find out, is that the extent of her claim or what? I mean, she should have more detail. I mean, I could detail the whole damn thing right down to talking to her, and she's saying she was stopped and I sideswiped her. And a 16-year-old's words holds more leverage than mine. That's what got me really pissed off. And so now I got to take the truck to the body shop to get the estimate. This is going to go through arbitration because I'm tired of people lying or denying and walking away scot-free. She's at fault here as far as I'm concerned. So now I got to go get an estimate. They're going to take it to arbitration, go with their insurance, and hopefully maybe between that, they'll agree that if I sideswiped her, I would have damage all the way down the side of the vehicle. She would have damage all the way down the side of her vehicle. She's got front bumper, and I left I think the tire here, or maybe I don't think the bumper. No marks on the bumper. I think the tire here. She got a black mark like that on her door from something. But like I say, she's here in my blind spot when I hit her. And I was making a turn, so like I said, she was nowhere where she should have been. I think they need to have a law where if the driver is under 16 and in an accident, they need to notify the other driver right then that she's underage, and the cops should be mandatorily called. Because she has, you have no, like I say, my adjuster says her parents don't even have to let her talk to them. All she's got to do is tell her parents a story, and her parents can relate a story. So she can deny everything now. Like I say, I should have had the cops there. But I felt sorry for her. Like I said, I thought, all right, she's going to be in trouble with her parents. She doesn't need a ticket. It's minor stuff. Insurances can take care of this. But like I said, worst case scenario now, if they deny this claim, I'm going to have to pay $500 deductible, and I'll get the truck fixed. But I shouldn't have to pay a damn thing out of my pocket. So like that burns me. The way things are nowadays, people can just deny stuff and walk away. And you got that Jesse Smollett, 16 felonies filed against him. All kinds of evidence from what I understand. And they drop charges. And then you got like Trump. They make all these allegations. They can't prove a damn thing, but he's guilty, he's guilty, he's guilty. I mean, even now, like with Joe Biden, I mean, all the allegations against him right now, as far as I'm concerned, are bullshit. I hate this when people come out of the woodwork 5, 10, 15, 30 years later. Oh, he touched me, he did this. Well, if it was such a damn problem, make the report back then. Don't wait until somebody else is trying to move forward. I mean, I hated it when they did it to Kavanaugh, and I don't like seeing them doing it to Biden either. I don't like the guy, but if it was such an issue, you should have reported it 10 years ago or 5 years ago or whenever it happened. Don't come out of the woodwork now. But yeah, call the cops. Because right now, like I say, it's he said, she said, and I'm hoping my detailed statement and the common sense will dictate what actually happened. You know, I figured, oh, hell, that's a major artery, 4 lanes, Walmart there's got to be a lot of accidents. I figured, well, maybe they got a traffic cam there. So I actually called the state police, and that was the other thing I'm banging my head about. The state cops were only a half mile on the other side of the stoplight. I mean, they were within a mile there. It would have been no problem for them to come down and take a statement. But I called them to find out if they actually had traffic cams. And they said I'd have to talk to the local township police. They didn't know. Well, I'm assuming there's not. I'm sure the police would know if there's traffic cameras there. But, yeah. I started to turn. Her bumper hit there. Went right down the side. Right there's where her mirror started. And I just pivoted her around. But like I say, you find out if they're over 18, because she's not obligated to anything she says if she's underage. Then they can come back and deny. So, we'll see what happens here. Like I say, now I got to take time out of my day someday to go get this estimate. Yeah, probably 6. Hell, it might be until next year before I get this truck fixed by the time they go through all this bullshit. But yep. So as I thought I'd just share that information and ran off a little bit. So hope this helps somebody or gives somebody a little more thought when what happens when they're in an accident. Like I say, I was even nice enough too. I didn't want her shooken up and driving. She was all worried, you know. I said, well, don't worry. It's just minor damage. This is nothing major. Insurances will take care of it. You know, it's not that big a deal. Accidents happen. I tried to calm her down. Like I said, I didn't want her driving off upset. I mean, she wasn't crying or all worked up. I mean, she was pretty calm about it. But, you know, your nerves get rattled, and then you're not thinking straight either afterward. And then that's the next thing. I don't even know what she went there for. After we exchanged information, she drove off. She didn't go to Tractor Supply. She didn't go to that strip mall that was there. So I don't even know have any idea why she was turning left. Like I say, I mean, I got Tractor Supply less than 10 miles from my house, and I got to drive to this one 30 miles away because it's the only place I can exchange them oxygen tanks, or I got to drive 45 miles to the next nearest one that has that exchange program. But so, and I say, if they're young, call the cops. At least I would have had, whether the cops could have talked to her, but at least it would have had a better statement, would have had more detail, maybe would have held more weight. Or put dash cams in. That'd be the only other thing. And like I said, you would think, with all the security cameras and stuff around nowadays, everybody's watching you everywhere. You should be able to get whatever you need. Best cases, maybe Walmart's, you know, they got all over their parking lots, but whether they have anything aimed out to the road, but I guess they're real pain in the ass about getting information from. I mean, they don't want to turn them videos over. So, local business, they're usually pretty cooperative, but big old Walmart, they don't want to know nothing, so. But, alright. I just thought I'd share that and hope that helps somebody. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, whatever. Build this channel. Maybe I can make $1 million a year like other YouTubers. Catch you later.